for, find, and follow their dreams and goals. To be able to successfully and humorously follow her path, to be an interesting and popular internet diva online at YouTube, Reverb Nation, and SoundClick. Giving a talk today entitled "To Travel or to Stay Put." Let's welcome Toastmaster Vivian Louise Sharp.
Here. You drop this. You drop this.
Good morning, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Do you know that people are talking about it everywhere? What do you ask me? People are talking about, and they're interested in the Vernal Equinox. VERNAL EQUINOX. And that's going to be taking place at 1:41 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Tuesday, March the 20th, because it'll be spring. And I'm dressed for spring today. Green is the color of spring. New flowers, new grass, everything coming out fresh and vibrant out of the, what do you call it, the fertile earth. Today, the Holy Bible tells us that there's a season for everything and for every activity under heaven. That is in Ecclesiastes 3:1. And if you go to Ecclesiastes 3:1 through 8, you'll see all the different things that happen in the different times and different seasons. But beginning on March the 20th, that's tomorrow, we will have the Vernal Equinox at 1:41. We also are going to talk about what I do during the spring. What I would like for you to consider doing is take a vacation maybe. March Madness. All the students in college look forward to March Madness. They go to the islands. For instance, there's an island that I looked up called Cook Island. And they have actually 15 of them. But 10 of them are considered really good spring break locations. And they're located in the South Pacific Ocean. They're near, in free association with New Zealand. But when you dream it, what do you dream about doing on your spring break? Just think about it while I'm talking to you. You can go to this island, one of the Cook Islands. You can take a nature walk, and you can spot what they call the native fruit dove. I don't know if it's a fruit or if it's a bird flying around that looks like a fruit, but they call it the native fruit dove. Maybe Donna will be able to help me. Toastmaster Donna will be able to help me with that. But she really loves the Pacific Islands. There are 15 Cook Islands scattered around the Pacific Ocean between New Zealand and Australia. They're good locations for beach. But for me personally, I do not plan to travel, but I intend to stay put in the good old USA, perhaps in Ohio. And that is what I plan to do with my vacation days for the rest of my life. Spring break, now we're talking about spring break, of course, is like Jekyll and Hyde. Some people like to get really beer and wet T-shirts and go to Miami or Hawaii. And some people like to have a family vacation with mom and dad and the children in the car. And if you're going close in the car, you can go to Winter Park, Colorado, which is recommended. Or you can go to Crystal Mountain, Michigan, which is right up the way there. But in the meantime, it's a great destination. All of these are. But it's not for me at this time in my life. And I'll tell you what is for me. As a native of Knoxville, Tennessee, let me digress just a little bit. I came to Cleveland, Ohio in 1991 on a vacation to my girlfriend's house in Shaker on Van Aken. While I was there vacationing with her, we went to the office one day over here on 105 in Chester in Cleveland and University Circle. We were there, and the phone rang, and Gloria was her name, Gloria Fitchbridge. She asked me, would I mind, or did I know how to book hotel reservations? I'm on vacation, mind me. The phone rings, and she calls me, Vivian, do you know how to book hotel reservations? I said, well, yes, I worked for the Hilton one time in the banquet department. And she says, well, look, we just got the $1 billion contract to manage Punisher State Park Manor House, and they're taking reservations. So it's been closed for 2 years, and now we've got to give out reservations. Well, there I was on my vacation from Denver, Colorado, where I live, and now I'm taking reservations for Punisher State Park Manor House up in Newbury, Ohio. To make a long story short, that was the shortest vacation I ever had, because then I moved to Cleveland to help her out with the Manor House. I became the sales and marketing director, and that was another story. That's a whole other story indeed. I stayed here for 2 years on that vacation. And then, but now, let's get to the point. We went to Punisher every day to manage that place, and it was very good. I enjoyed working there. But no, I'm talking about travel. I don't want to go on a cruise to some faraway country because I'm a land lover in the USA. I want to bring my sons here, my family here, my friends here. I want them to visit University Circle with Cleveland Clinic, the Museum of Art, the Botanical Garden, Severance Hall. All of that's right there where I live. I love my land-loving life. Do I want to fly on the plane? No, I don't want to fly on the plane, because when I hear them rev up the engine, I keep thinking, what am I going to do? And then as I sit there, I'm driving down the highway in the car with someone to some 4-hour trip, because that's as long as I can ride in the car, because I get stiff and can't get out and walk when I get ready to leave the car. But to make the long story short, a car trip is fine for me, as long as I can backseat drive. I like to tell them to stop and slow down, check their brakes before they just run up to this stop sign, because they may not be able to stop. And I'm a backseat driver, so I'm always putting on the brakes. So finally, we get to the end of this scenario. I really do enjoy the United States of America. And with all of its idiosyncrasies, prejudices, but with fabulous places to be. Short travel trips are my favorite. 4 hours, I love to travel 4 hours, get out, go to a hotel, stay in the hotel overnight, eat, sleep, travel another 4 hours. That's about all I can spend in 4 hours. On a most serious note, I urge you to do whatever pleases you this spring. Beginning on Tuesday, March the 20th, the daffodils and everything will be coming up out of the ground. They're fertile. I would like to leave you with a thought from Martin Luther. He says, for in the true nature of things, if we rightly consider every green tree is far more glorious than if it were made of gold and silver. And remember Ecclesiastes 3:1, King James Version. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Have a prosperous spring. Madam Speaker.
Thank you so much, Vivian. And for those of you who are in my age range and aren't as familiar with the Bible as Vivian is, you might recall a song that was popular by the Byrds called Turn, Turn. That talks about there's a time for every season, and it actually is quoted right from the Bible. So who says